A misfit band joins together on the path to fame. But when all eyes are on the band, nefarious schemes happen in the background. While Siri, S. Lee, and Peren attempt to pull off their petty crimes, they rely on the help of Whiskey and Rindir to help keep Alexa in the dark on what's really going on whenever Alexa and the Echoes take the stage. I'm your host and dungeon master for this game, Anthony M. Copeland. Let's have the band take the stage and start the show. So Peren, you're returning to Ollie's. What would you like to do?
Where's the bartender at?
The bartender is busy cleaning glasses behind the bar and getting the bar ready for business, cleaning up the tankards.
Also, definitely cleaning up the vomit from when Wiz got punched in the stomach.
Peren, do you say anything to Wiz stirring?
No.
I'm out, dude. I chugged another glass, and I'm dead.
You're dead?
Dead to the world.
Dead to the world. You're not getting me up.
Okay. So are you skipping, or at least sneaking past Wiz and heading up to the room?
Yes.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I feel like Alexa's gone in search of breakfast.
So Peren, as you're heading up the stairs, you bump into Alexa coming down.
Oh, hi, Alexa.
Do you not sleep?
No.
He literally doesn't.
Figure Alexa doesn't know him that well.
No, I don't have to sleep.
Alexa, what do you know about elves around? You want to do a history check and see?
Sorry, let me check. My history is +3.
Yeah, you don't already know about the elf ability to trance.
Half elf.
Yeah, but maybe she assumes, because she's a half-elf, she assumes that they're just like her.
I think she's just very oblivious.
Sounds like Alexa.
I do find it kind of funny that we've got a character called Alexa and another character called Siri.
Why do you think I named myself that?
Us elves, we don't have to sleep.
So now you know.
So I was just like, do you guys eat breakfast? So I'm going to get breakfast. Do you want breakfast?
Breakfast? What's that?
The most important meal of the day.
Sure, we can go have breakfast.
Okay. In the meantime, Rindir, Siri, what are you up to?
I'm sure my cat's woken me up by now. Probably finding food for him.
Meow! Meow! Meow!
Typical cat.
I'm finding a towel to dry off, and then, get dressed again.
Remember to pat dry, not rub.
Do what I want. Hey Siri, how do I dry off?
You're going to rub the scales the wrong way.
And then I get dressed again. I didn't want to get my clothes wet. Probably good try to find Peren, see if he had any fun adventures. I figured him and I know each other pretty well. So we have this whole scam going on.
I think everybody but Alexa knows everybody pretty well, because Alexa's the new hire.
So you're heading downstairs, Alia?
Mm-hmm.
For food, for ourselves, or for our cats?
Well, first Alexa and Peren come downstairs. Hollis smiles at you broadly and says, "Morning, what can I get you all?"
At the mention of breakfast, Wiz pops up with a tankard in hand. Like, what? Bacon?
He's awake. Sure, we can get you bacon, we can get you sausage, we can get you black pudding, we can get you toasted soda bread, we can get you porridge.
Ale.
You want ale? We can get you ale.
Ale and bacon.
Ale and bacon.
That's awesome.
Breakfast of champion.
Now, do you want them together in the same mug?
Preferably not, but if there's only one mug, then sure.
Nah, we got plenty, don't worry about it. And he pours you the ale and then shouts into the back, "Hey, Susan, rustle up some bacon for us, will you? Sure, Paul.
Eggs and toast if possible, but bacon is fine.
Eggs and toast as well, please, Susan."
I love this place. I love it.
What about for the rest of you fine fella?
I'll take some nice eggs and a bit of raw sausage for the cat.
Throw down some more eggs and bring us out a raw sausage. Raw sausage? Yeah, raw sausage. It's for the cat. Oh, okay then.
Yeah, and I will toss a gold on the table as a tip.
Toss the coin to your witcher. Anyway,
I'll have some porridge, and do you have any water?
yeah, we got water. Don't know why you want to drink that nasty stuff, though.
Water's amazing.
What do you have that isn't ale?
We got mead, we got wine, various spirits, we've got cider. Might even have some fresh lemonade, I think.
Oh, I can go for some lemonade. That sounds good.
Oh yeah, there it is. And he brings up a picture of lemonade and pours you some into a tank. There you go.
The brand name Mike.
No.
And I will pay for Alexa's breakfast as an apology.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Wiz.
That's why they keep me around. I pay an apology.
Well, food is the best apology.
Indeed. Susan, bring out a bowl of porridge too.
Make it 2.
2 bowls of porridge, please, Susan.
Make it 3 and bacon.
Only paying for Alexis.
Another load of bacon and another porridge. Bloody hell, Paul! Why can't you just get it all at once?
I just want to see that dynamic keep going on. That's hilarious as hell.
Again, only paying for Alexis. You guys are on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know you're a cheap bastard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was the group coin bank.
To be honest, the 2 gold that he's laid down would be enough anyway.
Well, I'll put down 3 gold then, just so they can have a tip, and you guys don't order anything else on my tab.
Oh, you know, I just like messing with your whiskey.
Oh, I know. It's been long enough.
Susan, who turns out to be a half-orc, also bearing only a slight relation to the, berserker that practically used Wiz as a club last night, he comes out and just throws a sausage at Paul, who does the kind of, he makes 3 attempts to grab it out of the air and manages to catch it, like you do when you're getting tossed something that you don't realize you have to catch, and then you have to fumble it. And then he goes, "Here's your raw sausage."
I take it, hand it to my cat, kind of cut it up in little pieces for him. He's just a little guy.
Bats at you with his little tentacles as he pours everybody's drinks, and it won't be too much longer. We'll bring it out to you. Find yourself a table.
Any food that I paid for is only going to me and Alexa.
That's why you're a cheap bastard.
I put down, a third of my gold for this food.
But anyway, as you're sitting at your table having this argument, Paul brings out the 3 bowls of porridge, the plates of bacon, and anything else you ordered, and just places it out on the table in front of all of you. Sorry, I don't remember who ordered what. Dig in. Hope you enjoy it.
I actually share my bacon with everyone. I'm a very generous. After giving them all the shit, I give them some bacon because bacon's meant to be shared.
Oh, I know. We're just busting your balls because of last night.
Hey, I took out 2 guys before I got taken down. Come on.
Is there anything you want to say to the group or to individual members of Peren?
I'm gonna pull Siri off to the side and tell him about the house.
Siri, as you're tucking into your porridge, Peren grabs you by the back of your shirt and nearly pulls you off your chair.
Whoa! I follow him, and what's up, man?
So I found a house,
Hell yeah!
and if we can get papers forged, we can take ownership of it.
All right. I can get started on that tonight after the concert. Maybe I can find some time today.
I think there's going to be a yard that might be big enough for you to grow your mushrooms.
This is a fairly densely packed city. It's not going to have much land out the back of it at all.
Yeah, probably. And also with these special mushrooms, we probably don't want to grow them out in the open.
There might be a cellar.
Yeah, anything you want to do.
I think in the cellar would be the best option. I don't want anyone getting free samples. Got to keep it out of the hands of the kids.
You don't want to hook them while they're young?
No, that's immoral.
You got to draw the line somewhere, right?
I don't think my god would like that.
Those of you who are still sitting at the table, so that would be Wiz, Rindir, and Alexa, you of course saw Peren pulled Siri to one side. What's your reaction?
I chug my ale and then ask for another one. Dude, hair of the dog, man, it's the best cure for a hangover.
Rindir?
I don't think much about it.
Alexa has food right now, so there's complete tunnel vision going on right now.
Awesome. All right. Paul brings you another tankard of ale.
Is he surprised that a halfling can drink this much?
No, he's just amused.
Fair.
This bartender is quite happy to... the reason why he's opened a bar dedicated to Oladamara is because he loves pumping people full of booze and seeing what happens.
As soon as he brings me another tankard, I bump Alexa with my elbow and be like, I love this guy.
I think this is a pretty fitting bar for us.
Can we just never leave this bar? Can the whole campaign just be us in this bar?
Sure! Where everybody knows your name.
I feel like we need to start playing the Cheers intro right now.
Norm allows our stay here.
You tuck into your food. Do Peren and Siri come back to the table, or does Siri sneak off to start on the deed papers?
Probably gonna play it off, so I'm gonna eat my food because I don't know how dense and like how much Alexa doesn't pay attention yet, so I'm still trying to fill that out. So just in case.
Okay.
Plus, I'm hungry.
So y'all eat your food, and it's pretty good. Not bad at all for tavern fare. You've got a fair few hours to kill. Some other people have come in off the streets, and some of them are ordering tankard of brown brew, please, Paul. Yeah, sure thing. Can you make mine with milk? Yeah, we can do that.
Brown brew.
Brown brew. As he's pouring it, it has a very rich and invigorating smell.
So in not D&D land, is it coffee?
Yes, it's coffee. Yeah.
I was like, why are they mixing milk and beer?
Nope. Brown brew.
Brown brew, yes.
Could I order a round of brown brew for the table? Mine with whiskey, of course. And then ask the bartender where the nearest blacksmith is?
Sure thing. Let me finish serving these fine fellows here, and then I'll bring a pot for the table. And he does shortly afterwards. He comes over with a large metal lidded jug, a carafe, if you will, of this rich-smelling potion of invigoration.
Do we get any bonus from drinking the coffee? Or the brown brew? I'm sorry.
If you had any points of exhaustion, the brown brew would temporarily alleviate the effects for like an hour.
Well, none of us did.
Yeah, so it feels good, but doesn't have a direct effect.
But did I happen to learn about blacksmiths?
Yeah, he tells you that there's a smith not far from here. There's a few of them in town, all of them overseen by guilds.
I would like to specify the highest skilled blacksmith that he knows of. I want someone who can make intricate work.
Oh, well.
Not like gunsmithing work, but like someone that doesn't just do horseshoes.
How fancy do you want to go? I mean, do you want to try knocking on the Dwarven City's door and see if the dwarves will do business with you? They probably won't, because you're not a dwarf, but...
Pretty fucking close, and I do speak Dwarvish, so I'm going to give that a try. Do I have to leave this town to do that?
Yes, the Dwarven Cities are southwest of Col.
Oh, no, the highest skilled blacksmith he knows of in this town.
Yeah, give me a sec. And he grabs a rag and smears a crude map on it with some black oily substance. So you've got a map on a cloth napkin now of the local streets of Hull City and basically where the blacksmith is.
Well, after I get that information, I will apologize again to the band and then say, I'll be out here, I'll be back in time for the show, and then I'll head to the blacksmith.
Okay. Does anyone want to accompany to the blacksmith, or what do you want to do?
Alexa's not that bothered about seeing a blacksmith, but she does want to explore the city. She's new in town.
What parts of the town would she be interested in? Or does she just want to wander?
She's probably mostly wandering, but she's probably going to want to find the stores that sell musical instruments. There are any.
Yes, there are. What is Siri going to be looking for is he going to take the opportunity to work on those documents?
Yeah, I'm going to go up to the room and start working on those documents, trying to get them forward.
Excellent. And Rindir, what are you up to?
Is there a library in town?
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, you'd want to go there.
Do you want to ask the tavern keeper about that, Paul?
Sure, I'll ask Paul. Does there happen to be a library nearby?
That's a place of book learning, right?
Yes.
I would suggest you go to the guild quarter and talk to the Guild of Knowledge.
Guild of Knowledge. All right, he writes it down quick.
And finally, Peren, what are you up to?
He's going to travel through the city, but he is going to look for some place where he can exchange some of those jewels out.
He's going to try and find a fence.
Or not so much of trying to find a fence, but some place where what he got isn't going to be recognized.
Let's deal with it one by one. Whis.
Yes, sir.
When you find the blacksmith, you see a lizard folk hammering away at the anvil.
I would actually like to ask the DM a question, because I didn't actually run this by you before the campaign.
Okay.
I want to make some kind of unarmed melee weapon, basically brass knuckles. I'm trying to make brass knuckles.
You want to make brass knuckles?
I want to make brass knuckles. I want to do something that will increase my unarmed damage.
Okay.
Would you be okay with something like that?
1d6 bludgeoning.
1d6 bludgeoning, that's perfect. So yeah, I would like to go up and ask him if he can make brass knuckles.
That's a little fiddly, but see what I can do.
And I would also ask him to make one that is bludgeoning damage, and then one that has spikes on it, so it is piercing damage. Just to be annoying.
Okay, that's going to cost you a little extra.
That's fine. I have a few items to trade, as well as a little bit of gold. What price range are you thinking?
I can probably knock them both up for you. 7 gold.
7 gold? Oh, how about we do 5 gold, and I trade you... How much are darts?
He can make darts.
I know he can make darts. 5 gold, and I trade you 5 darts.
How about I make you 1? Come back when you have them.
So 7 gold for both of them, or 7 gold apiece?
It would be 7 gold for both.
Then I'll do 7 gold for both.
You're a pushover.
Motherfucker! I'm hungover!
Here. And he hands you a pair of brass knuckles that he had on the counter, already made.
Fuck this dude. I'm gonna come back and rob him later. I'm gonna memorize where he's at. I'm gonna tell my rogue friend to come rob him later. So I lose 7 gold.
Yeah, but you've gained 1 set of brass knuckles and 1 set of brass spikes.
Okay.
Or spiked knuckles, however you want to call it.
So my unarmored attacks now do 1d6, and we'll say my offhand attack does.
They're both 1d6, but as you pointed out, the spikes would do piercing rather than bludgeoning. So,
all right.
And if you've used your bonus action for your offhand attack, you won't have a bonus action available.
Okay, fair.
So is that an extra d6 on top of his normal punching?
No. So normally he does d4, doesn't he?
Yes, I normally do d4, so now I will do 1d6 instead.
Now, as your monk level gets higher and you're able to do 1d6 anyway, the brass knuckles will kind of become pretty much useless. But for now,
So it wouldn't add on, so I would do a d8 instead of a d6?
if you can do a d8 with your anyway, then the d6 damage from the brass knuckles don't add anything.
Oh, no, that was my question was, once I can do a d6 with my own attacks, if I wear the brass knuckles, would I be doing a d8 instead of a d6?
No, because your hands will be able to do that much damage.
I see. So this was a useless purchase, but okay, I've already done it. It seems like something that Whiskey would do, so...
All right.
Oh, fuck, I should have asked about this before the game started. Can I at least use my quarterstaff while I'm wielding these brass knuckles?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're switching from using your quarterstaff to doing unarmed, you don't have to put the brass knuckles on. You can have them on already.
Okay. Again, another DM question. Can I buy better brass knuckles later? Or is this just the worst purchase in the world?
Yes, you can buy steel knuckles. You can buy silver knuckles. You can buy...
Okay. So, basically just increases by a die roll.
Yeah, depending on the quality of the metal that's being used, yes.
I don't increase damage until, like, level 4 anyway, so... Not a bad purchase.
Yeah, so for the next 3 levels, it's giving you a boost.
That's actually a pretty good purchase. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Alright. Pleasure to do business with you.
You've sobered up a little bit, so it seems like a better purchase now.
No, I haven't. I have not sobered up. I've tried very hard not to sober up.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you did have your Irish coffee this morning. Although, I should have remembered that your name was Whiskey, and when you asked for a brown brew with whiskey in it, he should have just, dunked you in it.
Yeah, he really should have. Just handed me a glass of whiskey.
You are whiskey, isn't it?
Anyway.
Anyway, I got my brass knuckles. That's all I wanted.
So Alexa wanders around the town for a little while, soon finds a shop selling all kinds of instruments.
So here's looking at the more fancy loot of like that scene in Wayne's World.
It will be mine.
It will be mine, but it's not the purpose of her visit today. So she goes inside and she asks the shopkeeper if they're selling pan flutes.
Pan flutes? Yeah, we got pan flutes. Of course we got pan flutes, says the satyr behind the counter.
Can you show me them?
I can show you the doots. Yep, I've got a whole bunch of them here. And he pulls out a tray of pan flutes from behind the counter. And now the secret to finding a good set of pan flutes, try them. Hold them in your hands and see which ones fit.
Okay, so Alexa just kind of starts picking them up one by one, trying to find the one that she thinks with her.
Some of them are smaller and more packed. Some of them are longer, have a more musical range. Kind of awkward. Some of them are curved.
I think that Alexa would probably go for a curved set.
Oh, nice choice, nice choice. Yeah, those pipes suit you.
How much are they?
That little set, that one's 2 silver.
Only 2 silver? Okay. Alexa happily pays for the pamphlet.
Anything else I can get you? Got some lovely sheet music.
I tend to make my own music.
Do you now? You're a musician then?
I'm certainly trying to be.
I happen to be a fairly good musician myself. Tell me, where are you playing?
We're currently playing at one of the taverns. I think Alexa actually knows the name of the tavern that they were playing at.
It was called Ollie's.
Okay. We're playing at Ollie's Tavern.
Oh, are you now? Do you mind if I pop by and have a listen?
Sure, we're playing tonight.
I look forward to it then. Perhaps I'll bring my own pipes as well.
We can have a jam session.
Indeed we can. I look forward to it.
We'll see you there. Watch out for any flying drums.
Watch out for flying drums. Drums are flying, eh? I will have to keep an eye out.
It's been a bit of an issue.
I will be certain to look up when I walk home.
Damn good issue to have.
Siri's working on. Go ahead and do. Yeah, you're proficient with your forgery kit.
Plus, with my charlatan background, I can forge documents with that as well.
Just automatically, like without an ability check.
Additionally, you can forge documents including official papers and personal letters.
Oh wow. Okay, I guess I don't need to have you do a skill.
Doesn't that just give you advantage on the rolls?
Yeah, let's do it that way. So D20 plus your proficiency.
Sorry, Siri.
I agree. He shouldn't just be able to do it for free, should he? Especially at level 1. I mean, it's too powerful.
Yeah, sorry, Siri.
Oh, 10. You produce a set of serviceable deed papers.
Oh, I am looking into it. Apparently, I can do it, but I have to have seen the document before if I'm just going to do it as with my background.
Yeah, so you've made a set of documents that to you look legit, but whether or not they will actually fool any of the local authorities.
It's good enough, That's good enough.
Rindir, you were looking for a library, weren't you?
Yes.
So, following the directions of Paul and various other people when you get a bit turned around, you find yourself in the Guild District with several fancy-looking buildings. There's the Merchants Guild, there's also the Guild of Knowledge and the Guild of Technology. I didn't name those, by the way. I would have come up with much better names for them. So you were told that the Guild of Knowledge was the library?
Yes. I'll walk in that building then if I'm able.
A cute half-elf on the counter says, "Morning, sir. What can I do for you?"
I'm looking for a book. Hopefully I'm in the right spot.
You're looking for the book.
A book, yes.
A book. Could you be more specific?
Oh, well, I have this pet displacer beast, and I want to be able to train him a little better.
Her eyes widen slightly at the sight of the displacer beast.
Mm-hmm.
How on earth did you get hold of that?
My mentor gave him to me.
Wow. Yeah, hold on a sec. And she leaves the desk and disappears into another room, and you can hear, whispering back and forth. Displacer for a book, says you give him to him by. Eventually, a stern-looking high elf comes out. You're the chap with the... Oh, I see. Yes, you are the chap with the displacer beast.
Mm-hmm.
Come, follow me, won't you?
Sure.
And how long have you had this?
About a couple weeks now.
And what does it eat?
Meat, that's all I've been feeding him.
That certainly does seem to follow with what we know about them. And he leads you into a room full of books, a library. And
Cool.
He walks right over to a specific book, pulls out a book that contains very little information about the dietary habits and behaviors of this. Basically just describes how dangerous, and in particular, they can be found in the Feywild. And the High Elf seems to be saying much the same thing, that the Guild hasn't had much opportunity to study a live specimen. I was wondering, would you be interested in allowing us to take care of your displacer beast for a little while so that we can observe its behaviors and habits?
Well, I told my mentor I'd keep an eye on him.
Oh, but of course. I mean, you will absolutely be entitled to honorary membership of the guild so that you can study here and learn alongside and come visit your pets as often as you wish.
My passive insight of 14 telling me like he's trying to scale him away.
He doesn't seem to be trying to steal him away. His offer to make the guild does seem genuine, but it also seems motivated by the fact that to studies. His intention is not to harm, but he is clearly driven by the knowledge of anything.
I was kind of hoping to write the book on Displacer Beasts myself, so I don't know if I'd want to let him go anytime soon.
Oh, you would like a formal scholarship? That can be arranged.
Yeah, we could say something like that.
Are you a sage yourself? Have you studied any of the magical arts?
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
Perhaps you should attend the introductory lecture by Professor Left. He's a halfling and he's a little eccentric, but
Professor who?
Professor Leftis, Leftis.
Okay.
He was going to give you an honorary membership, but if you want to actually sign up to be a student of the guild,
Yeah, it seems about in line with what he'd do.
then he gives you Professor Leftis's itinerary, and it seems that nearly every day he's lectures in the after 3 hours long.
Well, as long as I can make it back to the inn on time.
You might have to miss tightening up your strings a little bit, but yeah, probably.
Hopefully there's no extraordinary college debt hanging around either.
Avoid student loan.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't do that. But there are of course guild dues that you have, but it's just like same as any guild member.
Cool.
Peren was looking for somebody he could jewelry to. And there are jewelry shops and there are pawn shops, and there if you look around you'll find, back alley dealers and taverns that seem to be occupied entirely by seedier element down.
The jeweler.
Going for a jeweler. Okay. The jeweler praises your chin and that they are quite valuable, that they would be 100 each to sell if you were in the trade, and asks you if you are certified guild merchant.
Certified guild merchant? I don't know about that.
Well, in that case, I'd be happy to take it 50.
50 each as opposed to the 100?
Yes. And I would appreciate if you didn't tell anyone that we did this. Might lose my license.
I'm doing an insight check. I want to get a good look at the layout of the jewelry shop.
Okay. What specifically are you looking for?
I just want a really good look at it. That's all.
Okay. So as you walk into the shop, there's basically a U-shaped glass counter display, but even you can tell that they can afford to lose those. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whilst the displays behind are much more impressive.
Okay.
If you stay around long enough, you would see as they served other customers, occasionally back bring out particularly elaborate.
Right. I'm gonna take my jewels back.
Okay.
Give him a little salute, and I'm gonna leave.
Do you want to grass him up to the Merchants Guild, or to try and find somebody to deal, or do you want to become a guild merchant so that you can get the jits?
That would have been my next stop. Would have been to the Merchants Guild to see what he was talking about.
Excellent. So you probably come to the guild district as Rindir is coming out of the Guild of Knowledge. Merchants Guild is across the square.
Does he still have his pet?
Yeah, he still has. Rindir
Okay.
still has his Displacer Beast with him. Peren, do you say anything in particular to Rindir, or do you just head into the Merchants?
I'm just gonna head into the Merchants Guild.
In the Merchants Guild building, there's a very well-dressed human standing at the counter. Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
I heard about Merchants Guild, and I'm coming to find out what that entails.
Well, let's see. Are you intending to do any trade, whether within the of Coast City?
Yes.
Then you must be a member of the Merchants Guild. And if you are not, then you must go through the correct process to become one.
I guess that's why I'm here then.
Okay. And who do you know within the guild already?
I met the jeweler.
And how long have you known this jeweler?
He takes his hand and moves it like sort of kind of knows him.
So, if you can find a couple of upstanding members to vouch for your character and honesty, we can go about making you a member. 3 is ideal. 2 is enough.
Peren laughs and he slinks out of the Merchants Guild.
He slinks out, laughs, and then slinks. Okay. You made a great first impression. Well done. And let's go back through the list. Now that you have your knuckles,
Well, after I got my brass knuckles, I assume I'd go back to... How long did it take me to get those brass knuckles?
not long at all.
No, I guess I'd just go back to the,
Go back to the tavern and begin drinking.
Oh, I'm always drinking. I was drinking on the way there, I'm drinking on the way back, but I'm gonna go back and instead of heavy drink,
Do you have any gold left?
I do have some gold left. I only spent 7 of it, correct?
Yes. You also put 3 down for your meals and drink.
Yeah, so, let me check my currency. I still got 6 gold left.
Okay.
I'm going back to the tavern, and I'm just gonna be practicing my drums.
And drinking. Okay.
Always drinking, but I'm gonna be practicing my drums, and I'm waiting for the rest of the band to come back.
Are you going to do some impromptu beat poetry while playing on your bongos?
No, I'm up in the room that we've earned.
Okay.
Practicing. I'm doing it in private. I'm going to make sure I'm good for this night. I don't want to cause any more ruckuses.
Okie dokie.
I would also inquire on where the rest of the band has been because I like to know my whereabouts. So I want to ask every one of the band members.
Well, they're not back. They're not back yet.
Yeah, what I meant was, as they come back, I would like to ask them about their days in the city.
So you're going to be like the jealous girlfriend, just waiting there for everyone to come in. Going, where have you been?
Exactly. Like, hey, how was your day? What's going on? Where have you been? Who'd you talk to? Who'd you talk to? I'm like, seriously, who'd you talk to?
Seeing how I'm currently sitting in the room as you walk in. Hey, bud.
And I go up to Siri and be like, yo, who'd you talk to?
Myself. I tried communing with my god with some more mushrooms, but he wasn't very talkative today.
Oh, but you got any of those mushrooms left?
I don't think he can handle them.
Fucking bet.
Maybe after the performance tonight, I'll let you have one.
I'm not gonna drink anything tonight. That's a lie.
Yeah, we know that's a lie. I know that's a lie. Whiskey. It's like I'm not gonna be smoking or eating any mushrooms.
I'm gonna make a deal with you, Siri. If I don't start a bar fight tonight, can I have some mushrooms?
I will give you one because I think that's all you can probably handle.
I have a 0 constitution, so.
Yeah, so I'll give you one, man. These are pretty strong stuff.
I'm gonna wait to take it.
I'm gonna wait until after the performance to give it to you. You gotta earn it.
Okay, fair.
No bar
fair.
fights.
Okay, so Alexa, armed with your new pan flute, what are you doing now?
I feel like Alexa is just kind of absently wandering back towards the tavern, playing her pamphlet as she goes, just trying to get a feel for it before she starts using it in performances.
You get quite a few appreciative. Actually, roll a performance check to see how well you do with new pamphlet. Okay. So you get a mixture of appreciative and annoyed glances. You're wandering around the town.
Alexa perceives everybody as being happy to see her.
You're going to wander around the town a little longer before you turn to the tavern and see what else you can see, or be completely ignorant of what's around you and just play the flute and hope you don't get lost.
I think Alexa's the type to be wandering for a little longer, probably sporadically playing the pamphlet. Occasionally she'll stop to kind of see what's around and just keep playing.
So you find yourself walking past a schoolhouse and playing, and some of the kids stop what they're doing and listen to you. It's quite a mix of children in this particular school from all different races. Another time that you stop, you find yourself in the temple district, and several of the clerics come out of their respective temples to listen. Some of them clearly do not approve, and others are clearly enjoying it. You come through the market square, you go all over the place, and eventually find yourself back at the tavern hours later. But in the meantime, Rindir,
Yes.
after finding out Professor Leftis's itinerary, as you come out, you think you see Peren.
I suppose I'll start heading my way back to the inn, kind of thinking things over, walking my cat.
The, what do you call the displaced beast again?
Leonis?
Leonis.
Yes.
Leonis catches more than a few rats on the way back.
Good boy.
When you arrive back at the tavern, you see day regulars are talking amongst themselves and laughing and joking, enjoying their brown brew and their meals. And what would you like to do?
I'd probably go up to my room. There's too social down there for me.
Fair enough. When you go into the room, you see Siri and Whis.
When the door opens, I kind of cover what I'm doing, and then I see it's only Rindir.
Rindir, yes.
I see it's only Rindir, so it's like, oh, okay. And go back to forging my documents.
What's going on up here?
Trying to get us a house, man.
A house. Cool.
Can I do an insight check on his forged documents to see if they'd actually hold up?
Sure, but I doubt you'd have any more expertise than he does.
Here comes the natural 20.
No, you said that, it won't happen.
Insight check is +2.
Natural one.
I have a +2 to insight? I thought that was... Okay, whatever, I'm not going to complain. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, they're great.
They look brilliant.
fantastic.
They look perfect.
Good
But you
job,
did
man!
somebody else has come into the room. What did you say you were going to do when each member of the party came back?
I'm going to be the annoying girlfriend. I'm going to ask him how his day was and what he did. That is exactly my wording.
I walked around and why? What'd you hear? I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I heard nothing, that's why I'm asking.
I just walked around and went to the library and got enrolled in
Oh,
a...
did you read
school.
any good books?
Not really.
We're all friends here. I'm just trying to help the group.
You never tell me anything anymore.
I'm just taking some classes there, I guess.
That would have been my reaction if I was drunk, but I was specifically trying to not be drunk tonight.
Okay.
Being a researcher, sage person, would I have seen deeds before? Houses and things?
Possibly, if that was your field of study and interest.
Probably not.
No. Peren, after slinking out of Merchant Guild, what do you do now?
How shady is the shady side of...
Several of the people in the area more than a little rat-like, as though I suppose that clue would depend on what your knowledge and experience of thieves' guilds be. Want to do a history check?
Sure, with my 0.
Oh, wow. Nailed it. Okay. When you were wandering through that part of town, you recognized them as were-rats, and you know were-rats tend to form thieves guilds. Anyone is going to be able to know the right contact to shift stolen goods and get a good price for it.
I know Wiz wasn't there to perceive this, but just to clarify, you say were-rats is it turned into rat folk, or...
People who can shift from looking completely humanoid to a hybrid form or to a giant rat.
Okay, that cleared it up.
Not to be confused with ratkin, which are a lot smaller and have a hybrid rat form to them.
Yes.
All the time.
So he's going to, or I'm going to, are they skittish? Or do they
They are kind of wary. I mean, they clearly prefer the company of their own. So anyone who comes into their territory, they don't recognize. They are on guard. Yeah, you can tell that just passive.
I would call one over in Thieves' Camp.
It raises an eyebrow, but comes over.
I tell them the whole situation with the jeweler and the Merchants Guild and ask if there's a better way.
Of course, there's a better way. You can deal with us. What you go for it?
I've already separated the jewels out, so I show one coral, one garnet, and one jet.
Pretty nice. What are you looking for? What are you wanting for him? Hey, what you want? Come on, I don't have all day. What are you wanting?
325 gold pieces.
Nah. You're kidding me, aren't you? Trying to rob me blind.
Was told that we're 100 apiece.
Yeah,
so...
and you're trying to sell them to me for more than that. You're showing me 3 gems and asking more than 3. I gotta sell these on you now.
With the offer of asking you and one of your trusty associates to come by a place tonight where you might be able to make up the extra 25 gold piece. But this is just an opportunity. Whether you take it or not is up to you.
I'll take the gems off your hands for 270.
290.
You didn't hear me right.
No, I heard you right. I heard you say 290.
You want your ears washing out, mate. Tell you what, if you come down and talk to me, boss, and agree to join our little clan, then maybe you'll get your 290.
You said I have to talk to your boss.
Yeah, come talk to the boss. See what he makes of you.
What time?
Now, come on. Time is of the essence.
Okay.
Offer won't last forever.
Okay, but if you waste my time...
Now, we'll make a proper man out of you.
Coming from...
He lifts the nearest sewer grate and gestures you for you to go down.
I'll be back.
Running away with your tail between your legs?
Not even.
That's good instinct. It'll keep you safe. You definitely should be one of us.
I'm not going down there with the jewels on me either.
Okay, so you decide to leave it for now. Do you go back to the tavern, or...?
I'm going to go back to the tavern.
Okay. That took so long that you're probably coming back to the same time as Alexa.
I'm going to sit in the corner and I'm going to try to play cards and take people's money.
Okay, Alexa, when you get back to the tavern, you see Peren walk right past you without even acknowledging you.
He doesn't look very happy, so she's gonna head off up to their room.
Okay, so Alexa goes up to the room, and what do Rindir, Siri, and Wits do?
I'll just say hi to her as she walks in.
I knock my papers onto the floor. Oh, I'm Nan, damn it.
Be more careful.
Yeah, those mushrooms are hitting hard already.
Maybe you should lay off a little.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And then I'll start picking them up.
Picking up the papers.
Yeah, so that she can't see what they are.
I'm still sitting there practicing the beat for tonight, very, very cautiously sipping on my drink, not drinking heavily. Yeah, I still got to keep that buzz going, but not getting drunk. And trying to cover up for Siri because I know what he's doing, so I'm kind of like in front of her a little bit, just hitting my drums.
And
asking her how her day was and what she was doing.
I was just exploring. I got this new pamphlet. Like, want to see?
Of course, still drumming away. As she holds the pamphlet out, I'm like, oh, that's very lovely.
Oh, look, her.
The only thing I really wanted to know, because I was trying to metagame a little bit, was what the only person who didn't tell me what they were doing.
right.
So, yeah, I learned everything that I didn't care about.
And that's what you get for metagame.
Well, that's why I didn't actually metagame. I was asking.
You don't care about my pamphlet?
I love your pamphlet. It was fantastic. A very nice pamphlet you got there. It was the most important information I got all day.
Did you guys have a good time?
Well, I know I did, and I hope you did as well. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Games and Geekery's Patreon Sessions, where we play D&D with our supporters on Patreon. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider joining our Patreon page, where you could claim your spot in a future session. You'll also be invited to join our highly engaging Discord channel, exclusive to our patrons. We hope to see you there. Join us next time for another adventure with the Games and Geekery Patreon players.